A 90-year-old man out of Green Bay, California is facing charges by an alleged burglar. Jay Leon was shot earlier this year by an intruder. Leon managed to get a rifle and shoot the burglar in self-defense. Now, burglar Samuel Cutrafeli is suing Leon for great bodily injury and other financial damages. Leon says he's unaware of the lawsuit but will countersue.
Investigators are still searching for answers for a small plane crash that killed 2 people near Byron. The home-built Glasair 3 crashed in a field about 4 miles from a private landing strip known as Funny Farm Airport. Records show the manufacturer of the Glasair and registrant of the landing strip is David S. Bain. The plane is also registered to a company called DSB Incorporated. The National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation, but it may take several months to find the cause of the crash. The identities of the victims have not been released.
An arrest in New Jersey has been made in the murder of 12-year-old Autumn Pasquale. 2 teenage brothers, ages 15 and 17, were arrested and charged with first-degree murder in her death. They were turned in by their own mother after she says she saw a post on Facebook. Prosecutors say the teenagers lured her in and possibly killed her for her BMX bike. Pasquale was strangled and died from blunt force trauma and then was dumped into a recycling container. She would have turned 13 next week.
Well, the 17-year-old arrested in connection to the abduction and murder of 10-year-old Jessica Ridgway made his first court appearance today. The judge announced the teenager will be tried as an adult. If convicted, he is not eligible for the death penalty or for mandatory life sentence without parole. Under Colorado law, Austin Reed Sig was arrested on Wednesday for suspicion of 2 counts of first-degree murder. The teen is being held in a judicial facility without bond. His next court appearance will be on October 13th, when charges are expected to be formally read. Well, a tragic hospital fire in Taiwan left 12 people dead and 60 injured. Police arrested the arsonist who turned out to be 67-year-old Lin Ji-sung. He was a cancer patient at the hospital for quite some time. They found him hiding in a storage facility where he confessed to starting the fire. He claimed he was upset about his illness. The incident happened on the day for the elderly in Taiwan. This particular hospital housed elderly and mentally ill patients with poor health and conditions.
Heading south of the border this weekend? Well, listen up. The San Ysidro border crossing is undergoing a massive construction project. It's known as El Chaparral. There are 3 new driving lanes located behind the duty-free store, and in addition, the pedestrian crossing near the duty-free store is now closed altogether. All pedestrians must cross into Mexico on the east side of the border near McDonald's. The San Ysidro border crossing is the busiest port of entry in the world.
Over 700 pounds of marijuana were seized this week at the San Ysidro port of entry. 2 commercial buses stuffed with marijuana were detected by Border Protection K-9 officers moments away before crossing into California. About $600,000 in marijuana was seized. 2 male Mexican citizens were arrested and taken into custody for being the drivers in the incident.
The Chargers released a longtime player and have found themselves in a sticky situation. Mario Moran is here with more in sports. Mario?
That's right, guys. Well, here in a little hometown, guys, after many amazing great regular seasons and a few playoff kicks that weren't maybe so great, looks like Nate Kading has been kicked out of San Diego and out of the locker room. That's right. After being placed on the injured reserve list, the Chargers have decided to part ways with longtime kicker Nate Kading. The Chargers have been known for letting go of the promising players after injuries, for example, Darren Sproles, Wes Welker, Antonio Cromartie, and who could forget, Drew Brees. Now the biggest question is, how are you going to get in trouble on your day off? Well, the Chargers seem to figure that out. The San Diego Chargers have been accused of using a stickum-type substance during the Denver Broncos game. Chargers players like Sean Phillips deny the product and say that other teams in the league are using the substance or any other ways of cheating as well. It appears that even the towel company involved in the investigation has come to defend their name. After concealing a possible illegal sticky substance, the league is going to gather facts following an intense investigation of the facilities. If there happens to be foul play on the Chargers side, penalties will inspire equipment managers around the league to go out and investigate their own places and maybe throw away some stuff before they get caught themselves. Well, guys, now maybe into some basketball. The Los Angeles Lakers have made a few big moves this offseason. We all know that they acquired Steve Nash from longtime division rivals, the Phoenix Suns, but they also went to get a little bit luxurious with Dwight Howard. The Lakers now haven't had an amazing preseason start that they hope for, but not to worry. It's only preseason. It appears as if though the team is using these games to get in sync with themselves as well as develop chemistry. But as we can see some players moving around, getting around with the other players, it's not so much for us to worry about. Check it out right here. Other players are definitely going to have their hands full in the league. Well, guys, the World Series has started, and what a way to start. The Tigers were a heavy favorite in the series, but haven't come to an expected start. Pablo Sandoval of the San Francisco Giants went yard 3 times, helping the Giants defeat the Detroit Tigers 8-3 in Game 1. Now, the biggest part of the story was that the Giants found a way to beat the unbeatable Justin Verlander. Game 2 was a redemption, and not a single run was allowed until the bottom of the 7th inning. Giants took a 2-0 lead all the way to the end of the game and now are up 2-0. The series continues in Detroit, where the Tigers hope to get on board and avoid trailing a 3-0 lead at home. Well, guys, the World Series has been pretty exciting, and even more so now that with Steal a Base, you get to steal a taco.
Wow, that's interesting. Even though I'm rooting for the Tigers, I'm going to root for some stolen bases for some free tacos.
We got to get those. October
There,
30th, guys.
definitely.
Taco Bell. Free Doritos tacos.
Thanks, Mario.
No problem, guys.
And coming up, Lady Gaga fans have taken her popularity to a whole new level.